Good morning, Lauren Lefkowitz, Greber with Realty Executives Valencia. Hope you're having a great day on this Monday, January 14th, 2013. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has issued their long-awaited qualified mortgage rule. For those of you that feel that the reason that the housing is in the condition that it's in has to do with just lender loans that just really were not qualified, that the borrowers were signing things that they didn't understand. Some of it, I'm quite sure, is because borrowers were lying on their forms, and there was a lot of no docs and stated income loans that were going on. So the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has finally issued its qualified mortgage rule, its QM rule, to protect both consumers and responsible lenders. It's basically, the new thing is the ability to repay rule. It does away with the no doc or loan doc mortgages, and all of the borrower's financial information must be supplied and verified. You can't just write it down on a piece of paper and expect the lender to approve it, agree with it, and verify it without seeing it. Something I actually just discussed with lenders yesterday, or buyers yesterday, that when the lender asks you for information, just turn it over. It also stipulates that the ability to pay on long term, meaning that if you get somebody that's qualifying for a loan, that it's the first 10 years is interest only with a ridiculously low teaser or starter rate, that in the long term, are they going to be able to pay for that when it adjusts, which is, of course, a big reason why we are in the condition that we're in. They shouldn't be able to, lenders and mortgage brokers shouldn't be able to set up mortgages that they can't afford. Now, this new rule is going to go into effect January 2014, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau stated, but it is something that you need to be aware of, and I think it's wise. I mean, I think that there certainly needs to be rules and regulations. Some of the things that I'm sure some of our mortgage broker friends aren't going to like is that they are going to limit points and fees that borrowers are going to be allowed to pay. They are going to remove toxic, is the word that they use, toxic or risky loan features such as interest-only payments or terms that exceed 30 years. There are loans that go for 40 years. Not a whole lot of people are doing them, but there are loans that go for 40 years. And I think probably, reducing that feature is a wise thing. There's also going to be the 43% cap on the debt-to-ratio income. Debt-to-ratio is how much you make and how much your debt is out, and it can't be more than 43% of that. There are some loans right now that it actually can be a little bit higher. The thing about this is that consumers are going to be able to challenge borrowers, homeowners, mortgage taker-outers are going to be able to challenge lenders if they start failing on their loan. Consumers can challenge the presumption by proving that they did not actually have the income to repay the mortgage and other living expenses. Okay, well, if they can prove that they didn't really have the income, doesn't that make the borrower a liar by saying that they did? You sign on the dotted line. If you're not taking the responsibility upon yourself to read what you're signing, that's a big mistake. So, anyways, read what you're signing. The Mortgage Brokers Association, of course, have expressed their own reservations. They are concerned about, how we're going to be able to do certain loans with certain stipulations in place. It does distinctly say that ultimately the final verdict on this rule will be made by the market. If homeowners or borrowers, prospective borrowers, can't get loans because of some of these rules and we can't move homes, then they're going to adjust these rules. But as of right now, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is making the finalized deal on their qualified mortgage rule. It is going to go into effect January of 2014. The ability to repay, as it always should be. As it always should have been. Lauren Lefkowitz, Greber, Realty Executives Valencia. Lauren at keepyourwits.com is my email. 964-1600, area code 661 is my office. And remember, keep your wits about you when buying or selling your home. Have a great day. Try and stay warm, and bye now.